May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and it's a chance to shine a light on a growing health issue that's not easy to talk about.
And that's because a big part of the problem surrounding mental health is the stigma it carries in the U.S. Whether it's things like ADHD, anxiety, or depression, understanding it and being able to start a conversation is important.
Texas Today's Barry Roy joins us live in studio this morning as we begin a week-long conversation on this very important topic. And Barry, this morning we are talking about the mental health of our children.
Yeah, we are. Things like what we are seeing in our Texas youth, how parents can help at home. Another important factor, how to spot hidden dangers like social media that kids might try to cover up. When it comes to social media specifically, in a recent poll conducted by the Cleveland Clinic, parents shared that 50% of children 10 to 12 years of age and 33% of children 7 to 9 years old use social media. To that point, there are many dangers not thought of in the digital space for children, like cyberbullying, online predators, sharing too much information, and even some dangerous viral trends as well. So how do you know if something, even social media related, might be wrong with your child? One clue is to look out for is drastic changes in behavior, social interaction, eating, or sleeping. Katie Chadwell, a child and adolescent therapist, tells me that another indication that things might be wrong is a drop in grades. Her solution, open communication at all times.
I think that's where that open communication and that open dialogue really can come into play. Is if you have that relationship with your child where they know they can come talk to you and you're going to validate those feelings and listen to those feelings, then they're going to be more likely to kind of come talk to you or be honest with you if you ask about the changes you're seeing.
Chadwell also says to give your child multiple opportunities to open up to you and remind them that you want to help and support them no matter what that problem is. And while it may not happen overnight, one step in the right direction now will help later out, a little bit later down the road. Tahisha and Jasmine, we will continue this conversation all week long around mental health. Tomorrow we will talk about workplace mental health for those that go to the office every single day.
And Barry, I'm really glad you are covering this topic. I know in my personal life, I grew up in a Haitian household, and in our house we were not allowed to talk about mental health. That was not something that we brought up. If you did have a mental health issue, it's one of those things like you can pray it away, you know, and really having those conversations. I mean, that's the start, and realizing that there are experts out there that you can talk to and that their services are really necessary, especially in this time.
Yeah, again, it's validating kids' feelings. It's about having that conversation. It's knowing that mental health is not a stigma. It's not a problem. In terms of social media, we talked about this last week, Tahisha, social media and the issues there. A lot of parents, 39% of them, are not monitoring their kids' social media because it'd be too time consuming.
Also, speaking of social media, a lot of kids feel the pressure to look like certain people and individuals on social media, so that also contributes to their mental health.
Real quick point, most social media apps require children to be 13 years or older, but those numbers coming in 10 to 12 years old, even 7 to 9, not a good thing.
Clearly there's a disconnect there, for sure.